Today on Dylan Talks Tone, I'm going to show you some behind the scenes of how we make these videos, all the equipment we use, and kind of how we shoot stuff and why we use it. How's it going? My name is Dylan, and this is Dylan Talks Tone. I thought I'd take a little aside from our normal videos today and just show you kind of some of the stuff we use to make our videos. We get this question all the time. It's something that I've been meaning to get together and do this video. So here we go. If you're new to our channel, we do all kinds of guitar tech stuff. So demos, reviews, we talk about how your gear works to try to help you get the best tone you can for the money. So subscribe if you would, that'd be awesome. I'm going to switch to this camera in a minute. This is my Sony Action Cam. We'll leave a link in the description below to the new version of this because I'm actually about to upgrade to the new one because it's 4K and it looks really good and it works really good and the image stabilization is better. So anyway, this is our little kind of B-roll camera and we use this when we go out and do stuff. It's super cool. And then I'll switch over and show you the main camera that we use. Okay, so this is our main camera that we use. This is like our number one kind of big camera. It is a Canon EOS Rebel T5i. It has a touch screen. This thing flips around so you can see the shot, you know, because I'm shooting by myself a lot of times. And then we run from the preamp on the camera, we run to this Rode Video Go mic. And as we get into the signal chain of how we record our videos, I'll show you what we use this for. It works really, really well. I just use the kit lens. You know, the f-stop goes down low enough for what we want, and it works really well. So that's the video side of everything. It's fairly straightforward. On the audio side of things, I do things a little bit differently than a lot of people do on YouTube demo guitar tech kind of video channels, okay? We keep things super, super simple. So what we're going to talk about first is, well, we'll talk about guitars. So this is my main telly that I've been using lately because the purple one went to a good home because that's what they do around here. So this is the latest telly that we're using. It's got flat 6 pickups in it, Dylan pickups, and a rosewood fretboard, and it's just a super cool guitar. We've got an Esquire back there that we use, and then when we want to do Bigsby stuff, we use the Dylan Esquire Bigsby with the B16 on it. You've seen a lot of techie videos about Bigsby stuff because you know I really dig them. So those are kind of the main guitars that we use. So let's talk about amps. Everybody wants to know about amps because they know that I used to play a really sweet amp, and when that deal kind of ended, then those amps went home and we ended up going to a Kemper. We were just with the Kemper for a long time, and we just recently got a Fender Vibroverb reissue. Now this is a reissue amp. It's a 1990. A lot of people have been asking me that. It's just been played a lot. It sounds fantastic. It's still a really kind of sought after amp. They're really, really cool. So I'm going to talk to you real quickly about how we use these amps and why. For the Kemper, this is a powered Kemper, so it's got a 600 watt amp in it. And we go to a single 12. This is a custom cabinet that I think we're going to make available here pretty quick on the website that we had built for us and kind of spec'd. And I'm actually getting another one built. Instead of doing a FR style setup, we use actual cabinets and we use actual mics. For why I do that, you can go to the video. Maybe we'll put it in one of those things up here. You can click on that and understand kind of why I like the actual cabinet. So we mic it. We don't go direct out with the Kemper, hardly ever. Sometimes when we're doing production stuff for bumpers and stingers for videos we do, but we always mic it for the basic videos. I use a CAD D80. Now everybody ridicules me for this because it's a very cheap microphone. It's kind of a Sennheiser E906 knockoff. The thing is that it's really crispy and very almost harsh, if you will. And that's why people don't like it. You got to remember though, we're shooting video for YouTube. YouTube compresses everything. It kind of takes all the brightness off of everything, and this saves me a lot of work in post because I don't have to like work really hard to get that crispness back. It actually ends up in post sounding really good. So that's why we use it. So we mic either of these two cabinets, okay, depending on the amp that we're using. And then we go to that, from that microphone, we go to a Zoom H5 audio recorder. A lot of people will say, well, why don't you go direct into a board? We do sometimes, but for the most part, we use this, and I'll explain why in a minute. We can run an XLR into the back for our close mic. We use the XY channel on the front for our kind of room ambient mic, and I balance the two between them for the amp signal. And then we use the Rode Video Go shotgun mic on top of the DSLR for my voice that you're hearing right now. Super simple. It makes it easy. It makes everything very flat. A lot of people ask me, I kind of actually get some criticism for guitar tone in my videos. They say, well, your guitar tone isn't very well produced. You could put, more work into that and it would sound better. You're right, I could, but I don't on purpose. And here's why. We are a tech channel. We learn how things work. We learn why things work. I don't feel the need to embellish with a lot of post-production what we're doing. And the reason for it is when I'm trying to convey some information and teach some stuff, I don't want you to get caught up in the production. We want people to learn and hear what they're really hearing, what I'm hearing. So especially when we're talking about really kind of more technical stuff, I don't want it to be overproduced and lose that. I want it to be very basic, very straightforward, get the point across. You learn something, you save some money, you get inspired to play, boom, we're done. That's all I really care about. Now it's produced well, but it's just not, it's not gonna sound like a live show at Wembley in this little room because we're not there. We're here doing a little demo or a little something like that. The other thing is when we do product reviews for other companies, like we just did the Keeley compressor thing, we're doing some other overdrives for them, we're doing some other stuff. When we produce for other companies, I talk to them and I say, what is the goal of your product and what do you want me to show? And if we get too caught up into all that other production stuff, then the point maybe of what they're doing gets lost. So we try to keep it very, very basic. So that's the basic rundown. Oh yeah, we use Dylan cables, obviously, because they're quiet and they're clear and you don't lose anything from the guitars. So that's basically it. We have a lighting system in here. We have 3 light box lights, LEDs. They're like 3,500 watts or some ridiculous thing. It's hot. And that's it. It's super, super simple. We have a green screen for some stuff, but I rarely use it. When we are doing our whiteboard stuff, I use my iPad Pro and we record that as a separate channel. We send everything when we're done to Final Cut Pro and we do all the editing in Final Cut Pro. The audio we send through Studio Pro 1 by PreSonus, and we do a lot of that stuff. If we're going to do something a lot more elaborate, then we use a Focusrite 2i2 interface to capture some of that when we have maybe 2 players or when we have some more complicated things going. But that's the basic rundown. I hope it helps you, and if you have any questions about how you might be able to make a better video, or kind of up your production game on anything that you're doing, or maybe you just want to record what you're playing, let me know and I'll help you with it. What are you using to make videos for Facebook, for YouTube, for any of that stuff right now? What are you using? Let me know in the comments. My name is Dylan. This has been Dylan Talks Tone, and if you have any questions, holler at me. Until then, we'll talk to you soon.